What's up, sis? I can't hear you. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Okay, I can hear you now.
How can I get this to the laptop?
Um, what I did was email myself. So just send the email to yourself. Send an email.
Okay, I'm gonna do that because I got stuff on my phone that I'm trying to look through instead of doing it from my phone.
Okay, yeah. And I'm about to post the
I,
link up in a minute. But that's what I did.
okay,
I emailed it to myself.
all right.
All right. What's up, everybody? We just waiting on Michelle, Deron to link in. I'm about to put the link on here for anybody that want to join. They can. Let me see. Go to Facebook. Let me see. We are live. Come on in. All right. All right. Just waiting on D now.
Can you hear
Can
me?
you hear me? I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay.
Also, we should. I'm about to check YouTube because we should be streaming on YouTube simultaneously.
Okay.
All right, I'm just waiting on Deron now.
Okay.
We got a couple people that wanted to.
Is this
I got Deron right here. I see him right here. He's on the show. Hey, D, I just put the link up. So if you click on that link, you come on to the back room. So let me go to the True Logic page. Make sure that I put True Live. Ain't that a bitch?
the hell is that?
There we go. There we go.
Don't do no good for you to send the shit to my phone and I'm on my computer, nigga.
I ain't know you was on your
Uh,
computer, but I posted it on the Truth and Logic page. It's posted on the Truth and Logic page.
Yeah, now it is.
adjust your camera.
So you know what? Like they say, we about to do an intro because I've been working on shit. And we're back. How y'all like that?
We fancy,
I'm low-key impressed.
Hey, I've been working on this all day. I'm like, man, how can I get this intro up in there? We got.
This nigga say all day. I'm expecting him to say, man, I've been working on this all week trying to get it right. This nigga say all day.
Nah, all day. I've been working a lot of doubles, man. I'm getting ready for these little 2 trips I'm about to go on. So, it is.
Hey, good luck with that one.
Hey, Monica said, "What's good, family?" Monica said, "What's good, family?" So we should be broadcasting simultaneously with YouTube.
Okay.
So we got a couple people that want to debate us because when we say about destroying the community, we got people talking about what's that? When we talk about black on black crime, we trying to hide the fact that police is killing black folks, and then you also got people that say white people kill white people. So my question is, so since white people kill white people, we should just destroy our own people? So the biggest person that wanted to come on to the show and talk was Miss Denise Hobbs. So that's why, when you had said what you said, I said, nah, let's go on that phone, because I definitely told her we was coming on that phone.
Okay, that's fine.
We ain't got to do all that typing. I don't know who this person is, because
they love us.
Yeah, I can't.
I like something. Yeah.
Love you too. Shit.
Yeah.
Love you back.
Right.
Love you back.
What's up, Monica? I see she in the comments.
Oh, what's good, family?
So we back. We took a break last week, but we're definitely back. Let me check this YouTube.
This is pretty much the permanent format moving forward until we tell y'all otherwise.
Exactly.
Patrick.
Okay, yes, we are live on YouTube. Okay. Break last week. That's what I'm talking about.
Nah, I mean, anytime you want to mute that shit, that was cool.
Wow.
It don't stop just because I ain't seen you in a minute. It don't stop.
So y'all can check us out on YouTube. Matter of fact, let me go on and post the YouTube link up in here for the people that want to check us out on YouTube. We can also send it out to people that don't have Facebook. They can check us out on YouTube. Now, supposedly, when they leave comments via either one, it's supposed to pop up on the StreamYard, so we'll see it. Okay. Now, the thing is, the people on YouTube will only see YouTube. People on Facebook would only see Facebook, but we should see it all because it's all here on StreamYard.
Okay. Miss you too, Mo.
Sounds good to me.
So
kick it off, man. I mean, we ain't gotta wait for Denise. When she come in, she can catch up. What's first thing on your mind?
So one of the first things on my mind, I don't know, I don't really watch The Breakfast Club. I catch some of it here and there. So Angela Yee and Charlamagne the God they was talking to she a Republican and she's running for city council out there. They was talking to her.
Angela Stanton.
Yeah, Angela Stanton. So the question came up as far as transgenders, and they was asking they said they ain't pretty much said they said they feel the child has a right. Well, let me give a little backstory first. In New York, they just passed a law, saying safe something law, to where a transgender could change their birth certificate.
Really?
Yes, and so Charlemagne the God and Angela Yee, they said they believe in this and that a person should be able to change their birth certificate. And when she said, well, I have a son, if my son meets a female and they decide, 10, 15 years later, they haven't had a child, he want a child, and come to find out that this person was born a man, what makes that right? Angela Yee reply to that was, oh, well, you could have a female that can't have children.
Okay, but that's not the same.
Exactly.
Like a woman who's born a woman who cannot have. First of all, that's part. Okay, see.
Go ahead, Duran.
If you want to be transgender, you want to go through with having sex change, all that, it's all your business. However, you should disclose this to people who you are in a relationship with. But that's also part of the conversation early on in a relationship. Yo, I want to have kids. I don't want kids. Well, why don't you want kids? Or I can't have kids. Okay, that's gonna help us decide whether or not we're gonna move forward. So it shouldn't take me 15 years to figure that out. But that's some bullshit talking about trying to compare it to, well, it's women who can't have kids. Because I'm pretty sure in the dating phase, somewhere along the line, it's gonna come up. It may not never come up that you was a dude.
Right. Especially if you all get married. I mean, that should come up at some point.
Hopefully, by the time you get to the marriage point, you've already discussed whether or not you all are on the same playing field as far as wanting to have kids, not wanting to have kids, how you all want to move forward. Hopefully, that's not a conversation that you wait to have to after you say I do.
Right.
I actually watched it. And I think with Angela Stanton, I actually like her. She was hitting on some very valid points with them, and they were
triple teaming her.
They were triple teaming her, but they were also trying to get away from what she was actually trying to talk about with trying to ideas on trying to get the Black community to get their shit together and things that we can do to, progress, especially in this time with all this shit going on. And they just kept going on to the point, the fact that she's a Republican, the fact that she, was talking to Donald Trump and all of that shit. And I'm like, first of all, motherfuckers are so mad right now. It's so retarded. We do this shit every 4 years, right? So it's Republican versus Democrat, which for me, I started doing more research lately. And for those that don't know, Black people started the Republican Party. It was within the KKK at the time. They were trying to manipulate Black people and got them, I forgot how the story goes, but pushed them to vote Democrat. So people have just always voted Democrat since that time. But Black people started the Republican Party, even though people see the Republican Party as being some bullshit. But it's bullshit on both sides, if you ask me. But like I said, I saw the video. I think she was posing some very valid points. She was very professional, and they weren't very professional because I feel like they were trying to be tit for tat with her. And I'm like, y'all all grown as fuck. Y'all all in y'all early 40s, and y'all really up here arguing with this woman about some stupid shit, and you're not getting to the point. And
they wouldn't allow her to
she
get
actually,
her campaign off, which is the reason she was on there.
right. They actually, she actually, I can't remember word for word, broke down, you know, the whole transgender thing and, you know, teaching kids about sexual shit at a young age. I just think it's weird to me.
Or what she
And
said was,
like I've seen a recent picture of Charlize Theron and her son, which is now a damn girl. Get the fuck out of here.
You know, teaching kids about
What happened, David?
what she was saying was you can't talk about transgenders and gays unless you talk about sex, and children shouldn't be sex conversations shouldn't be had with children. They were trying to say no, you can't talk about it. She was like, explain to me what a gay person is, and they couldn't explain it. And it makes sense because the only way you can explain what heterosexual or homosexual is you have to talk about sex.
Right.
See, you know what? That's part of my problem with the Breakfast Club, which is why when it comes to issues of politics or anything outside of music, I don't really fuck with them because they're very one-sided. They don't go into the interview open-minded, and they go in there with an agenda, not to hit the other person's side, but to get their shit. Because let's be clear, the Breakfast Club jumps on whatever the pro at the moment is. That's what they fuck with.
On the bandwagon.
Right. That's what they fuck with. But because whatever our viewers are down with, that's what we fucking with. Because you know that we down for the cause, and the cause is not always righteous. Let's just keep it 100. If it's right, it's right. If it's wrong, it's wrong. The cause, what's right, does not change. What happens is you eventually drift over to what's right. That's what they fuck with.
on the band.
Right. That's what they fuck with.
What are you doing, David?
What is you doing, man?
Yeah, you even fucking up on the virtual live. You with your motherfucking ass, and you fucking up on the virtual.
No, because when I clicked on the YouTube initially, it was Paul. It was muted, and I don't know how it got unmuted. But I'm trying to send the YouTube and the Facebook out to people.
Oh,
So,
good.
my
bad. Just mute your shit. So
why don't you pick up your phone and do
it? Sir, yes, sir. That's what I'll do on the phone. Damn.
So yeah. So we have people that want to necessarily debate us. Is it Hobbs, Denise Hobbs?
Yeah, she wants to, and she said that she's gonna make sure that her wig and everything was on right, so she could come on. Hey, I'm just saying what she said because it's a damn shame. In the city of Chicago, you had 102 people shot, 14 fatal over the weekend, and then on Monday, another 42 people shot. But when you bring that up, people say, "Oh, well, you just trying to deflect on police killing." No, I mean 144 people being shot from Friday to Monday. Okay.
This is I've been in Chicago for 11 years now. Since I've been here, every summer has been a deadly weekend somewhere in this motherfucker. So to me, it's nothing new. To me, it's sad that it's nothing new, but how she's saying that that's taken away from the police brutality. Let me just be clear.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people are saying. Oh, well, you trying to hide the fact of police brutality.
No.
Well, I mean, what? I don't understand why people so monolithic and tunnel vision. Why we can't discuss both?
Exactly. I concur. But
it's like, I can't talk about black. But first of all, okay, let's be very clear. Crime is about It's about it has nothing to do with race. Although you're gonna rob and kill the motherfuckers that you are around. Okay, so it's about proximity. It ain't about race. Most black people around black people, more white people around white people. There you have it. Then you have the issue of the police killing black people. Okay, and that is a systemic problem. You know, it has come out more and more over the weeks that some of these motherfuckers have an underlying agenda to kill black people. Got it. Let's address that. But let's not ignore the fact that black people kill black people for relatively nothing. For some blocks that they don't own. You know what I'm saying? For a crew of cats that don't really give a fuck about them, i.e. their gangs. So, I mean, the boy, the 19-year-old boy just killed two cats a week ago because he followed them and killed them and gave no explanation other than they asked me my height.
Now, what?
Yeah, that's all. That's the only dialogue that was said.
And all the people talking about that's bullshit and the story is twisted. Nah, because it's people that process this cat that I know personally that was like, yeah, that's what the nigga said.
So this is the same guy that they have a photo of.
Yeah.
What up, Smitty? Yeah.
That y'all talking about? Is
The
this
young boy? I posted it on my page. Yeah.
now? Is this the same one that killed that little baby?
No.
Nah, this is the one who killed them. He killed them. The like a 16-year-old. Yeah, two teenagers, 16, 17-year-old.
Yeah.
They asked him what his height was. They stopped him, asked him what his height was, how tall he was. Went on about their business. He basically stalked them, followed them, and then killed them.
Yeah. This is my thoughts on that. I don't negate the crime that happens in, you know, the black community, and I don't negate the crime that happens between, you know, police and people, police brutality specifically. But how can people, in a sense, more so be concerned with police brutality than they are with police in their own community? So I get both sides of the spectrum, but I also understand that, once again, repetitive, because we've said this plenty of times on the show. How can we be mad at something and we can't even get our shit together in fucking internally?
Well, because it requires some introspection, and it requires people to take responsibility for.
And it requires motherfuckers to think and have some type of intelligence.
Pretty much. I mean, because if I can look and say, you know what, this part of my community is damaged, and either I helped damage it or I haven't done anything to help build it up, then that reflects on me. But instead of doing that, it's a lot easier to say, you know what, you're the problem. Let's just focus on you.
Right. And I see a lot of people posting saying, well, when it came to the little boy, I think his name was Makai. Nobody's marching for this boy. Nobody's saying nothing. And then I came across something where they actually was out there for him. So I'm like, it's also a media portrayal as well. The media is just going to put bullshit out there.
Well, here's the thing, because just like we create media, okay. When the Alphas marched, what was that, last year or the year before last, when they marched against violence? And
we did it two years in a row.
Right. Okay. So when they did it, they didn't get a lot of media play, but it was all over social media. So you don't need mainstream media to boost your message.
Right. That's true. But I mean, it also goes to say that majority of people don't look into shit or research either. Because sometimes some of the shit on social media is a damn lie too. So it just depends on,
I can't
wait.
You know, where the information is coming
that requires some research for a motherfucker to dig past more than just clicking, then they're probably not gonna do it.
And you know what? And I'm glad you said that.
Sorry, y'all, for a second. Are y'all getting like? Are y'all like? And Am I getting like stuck, frozen? Because
No,
y'all get frozen for me for like a split second, then y'all go back. No.
no, not on this end.
Uh,
Vicky,
sorry,
Vicky
my
Small,
mistake.
Vicky Small said, hey. So okay. So Juneteenth, right?
Mm-hmm.
What Donald Trump said in a roundabout way, he was actually correct. And let me explain why. Most people did not know what Juneteenth was. Most people today still don't know what Juneteenth was.
most people who?
Most people, period.
You talking about black, white, all you? Period?
Both.
Okay.
I'm not saying everybody, but I mean, you do have people that know, but a lot didn't. So when he said he was going to do his rally on Juneteenth, the people that knew about it got upset. Them motherfuckers that didn't know shit about it saw what the people that knew about it said, and then they jumped on the bandwagon. Because a lot of these motherfuckers still never did any research. They just know other motherfuckers got mad that he did it. So you had people out here celebrating Juneteenth. But let me ask this question. Prior to that, how many people was actually celebrating Juneteenth? You had some. I mean, you have some that did. I didn't know anything about Juneteenth. I say it was maybe 10 years ago is when I found out about it. And
Mine was a few years ago too. I think I knew about it, but I just never gave it that much attention or energy.
Her boy said it was 3 years for him. So that's what I'm saying. In a roundabout way, he actually told the truth. I mean, it ain't like he educated anybody on it, but had he never picked that date to do it, other people wouldn't have got upset. Therefore, the people that didn't know anything about it wouldn't have said anything about it.
Yeah.
You got where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
I kind of knew about it. I didn't know about it as far as no holiday, but I knew about the whole purpose behind it. Because when I was 16, I dated a girl here in Chicago, but she was from Galveston, Texas.
Yeah.
And you know, she dropped that little bit on me. And at the time, I was just like, oh, all right, whatever. Took y'all 2 years to figure some shit out. Okay.
You know what? I couldn't do.
So because you had people throwing these big ass parties, like my brother house, they had the block sold. They was parked in front of his garage. His girl had to say, "Hey, can y'all move y'all car?" I mean, they were out there. Like she was like, this was like a nigga Christmas out there. The way these motherfuckers was out there, and I'm pretty sure a lot of them people there did not know what it meant. They just figured there's another day to celebrate. So my thing to people that wanted to celebrate the day, at least find out the history of the day, other than black people saying, "Oh, well, this is this day," and then all of a sudden, "Oh shit, I'm on board." And
make it a national holiday. I don't want to work and I want to get paid. And now,
you know what? Most
pandering.
Take off for Klan Day. Shit, if it's a day to get off work and you say it's Klan Day, a lot of them niggas will take off that day. So let's just call it what it is. Motherfucker want to take off for anything. So.
I mean that's just the fact.
Where's the lie?
Do y'all have any specific topics? Because there's some things that I wanted to talk about. I remember what Deron said about having our shit, since he's not the major moderator, since we're on this virtual platform.
What's up to the people that's watching on YouTube?
That's good.
Share, like, join, share the page. Like the page. We building up this YouTube channel. So the people that's watching on YouTube, welcome. And you can all speak cool.
So I kind of wanted to kick it off if y'all
go ahead.
If y'all feel obliged to let me kick it off.
Ooh, ladies first. Ladies first.
So I wanted to touch on a couple of things that has been going on. First and foremost, I want to talk about Seattle. Okay. Now, for those that don't know, Seattle has took it upon themselves, I would say, to utilize this whole protest situation to their advantage and take over 7, I think it's in 7 now, city blocks
Oh yeah,
in
yeah.
Seattle, Washington, as their own entity called Chaz, or whatever the fuck. Okay.
Like
That
a
shit,
police free zone shit.
huh?
Like police free zone shit.
Right.
Yeah.
And to me, that shit dangerous as hell, and I'll tell you why. So I guess at one point during the whole protest, when it pertains to Black Lives Matter, that Seattle shit got nothing to do with Black Lives Matter at this moment. So anybody that's thinking that this is black people, no. Because when you watch the motherfucking news, the bullshit media, and you watch certain shit, look at the people. Look at the people and scan. Most of the motherfuckers that's there are not black. They not on the agenda of Black lives. Shit, Black Lives Matter is not even on the agenda of Black lives, but I'm gonna get to that point in a minute.
Preach.
I'm people about to be mad at me today. I don't give a goddamn.
Preach.
Seattle is being taken over by crazy motherfuckers that think that not having police is a form of thing. I don't even think that they even thinking about it in that way. I think they're taking it to a level in which they just want some shit where they feel like they can do whatever the fuck they want without any rules, even though they have set rules themselves. Now, unfortunately, there have been businesses that have been affected over there, but fuck them businesses. There have been residents, okay? From the research that I have done, from the YouTube. Actually, David, are you able to pull up a YouTube video?
You know what? I can, but I don't know how to link it on here yet. I don't know how to share the screen yet.
Okay,
We'll figure that out next week.
Don't worry about it, because we gonna figure that shit out for another time. It's okay. I'm still just gonna talk about it. It was this man that I looked up after I was looking through, going through my own research and looking at articles and stuff. He pretty much was saying how with the residents that live there, they don't have a voice, they don't have an opinion. People have broken into their homes asking for reparations, money, and stealing shit from them. Apparently, allegedly, I'm going to say allegedly because I haven't seen any exact proof. The man was stating that they are trying to or are raping children and women and people there. But you get on the news and it's peaceful. We're just all together in a kumbaya. I don't know, but I don't believe that shit.
Well, they already said it's been a few people shot. It's been some shit up in there.
Right. Because you got motherfuckers with rifles and all this crazy shit going on and barricading, and you just won't let it go. Another thing, I don't know if this was the police chief or the head woman. Y'all seen this black woman, right? That talk. And y'all decided to leave that part of the city and just let these motherfuckers take that shit over. So you mean that you have allowed domestic, and I'm just gonna say it, domestic fucking terrorism to happen? Are you fucking serious? Because what is going to happen? How is it going to end? Because are y'all just going to let this shit rock? And these people that's in there that are basically, if you want to call it that, being held hostage, that's why I said domestic terrorism. They don't have a voice. They don't have a say. The man also stated that they have like tried to take their phones or tell them they can't post on social media and shit like that. So we haven't really seen what's going on. And if they catch them doing it, they're in trouble, and who knows what the hell they're doing to these people. I did read an article a couple of days ago. This was on June 23rd by the BBC News. And it says the mayor said the city plans to take back the district that's being occupied by armed protesters. This is another thing. This is that shit that pissed me off. They are not protesting shit. They are rioters.
That's it.
Domestic terrorists. Again. They are rioters, domestic terrorists. They not protesting shit. They don't give a fuck about Black lives. The Black lives shit is over for them. Well, and maybe it was never even their agenda. Okay,
It really wasn't.
Right.
But
so,
you know what? A lot of people use Black lives. People use the Black struggle for every struggle out there.
Black Lives Matter uses Black Lives Matter for underlying. But go ahead.
LGBT.
Right. I get you because we're gonna get from the ass of that point too. So, the mayor said that the violence at the time became increasingly difficult for businesses and residents. I'm a little bit confused because from what I seen when this shit was really popping off and watching some of the news, but not really watching news, but watching actual people go on they like IG Live or Facebook Live while they're there in the midst of protesting peacefully. These other motherfuckers that's not there for the agenda of Black lives, kicking shit off, starting riots, spray painting, setting shit on fire. Like I said, not for our agenda, but to raise hell, create a divide and a race war. They had some police was doing these the tear gas and the rubber bullets that they should have been shooting at the ground and not directly at motherfuckers. And you mean to tell me it became too violent that y'all couldn't handle that shit as much as y'all was fucking up people that wasn't doing nothing? But these motherfuckers out here that was radical, it was this shit making too much, not making sense to me. So I am at a moment in my life, just to let y'all know, that I'm questioning every fucking thing, just so y'all know. That's why I'm here.
But also let's be fair and balanced, because at that point in time, with all the shit going on, you was under a microscope. Even though the motherfucker was being radical, had you did the wrong thing, had you shot a person, whether he was armed or not, you was gonna be under the microscope. So
what you mean
with the radicals? Because everybody is people look at it as, if you an officer, you just a piece of shit. And that's what I was trying to explain to Denise Hobbs. Because when I told her, as you work for the same people that I motherfucking work for, it was a long pause because she was responding to everything, and then it was a long pause before she came back with anything.
Yeah, she actually don't know more, but go ahead.
You said what?
She don't know more. She's a bus driver now.
Right. When I get on here, and if I speak on the shit of what some of these police do, I'm not saying police as an entirety. I mean the motherfuckers that's infiltrated that shit. Just like motherfuckers have infiltrated shit.
Right.
You talk about the motherfuckers that's undercover KKK, racist motherfuckers that have other agendas besides protecting and serving the fucking community.
Right.
I'm not talking about the people that's out here trying to protect the community. I'm talking about these other motherfuckers. Because, okay, let's be clear, cut and dry. The police was started by KKK. Once we became emancipated, or should I say liberated, because we were never free. We still ain't free. Number
Once
one.
we were getting the illusion of freedom.
Thank you. They just used another reform to enslave. Okay. So the KKK is the ones that started police. What was it? Somebody give me a correct time. Was it Jim Crow or before or after?
Jim Crow was before or after what?
They started the police shit.
Basically
before that,
the police force evolved from slave catchers.
Yeah.
This is right after the emancipation, alongside of or just prior to the 13th Amendment being enacted.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate it.
No problem.
And remember, y'all can't get this shit anywhere else. Only on this Truth and Logic where y'all get knowledge.
This nigga dog. You can get it because you just got research, but I'm glad you're here. So, yeah, I don't denounce the fact that I understand the people that have joined law enforcement in a ways of trying to be a help in a in a helping and protecting mindset. Those people have no idea about the depth of the other shit that these evil motherfuckers have infiltrated. Okay, so they are oblivious, which sometimes can be a hindrance to them because they may think that it's us against them. When it's fucking not us against them. You should be protecting the people of the city, not going out there saying I gotta go protect the buildings and shit. Come on, it's stupid shit. But anyway, back to my point. So, with the Seattle shit, I want people to know that I hope that that city and the mayor or whatever the fuck gets that shit back under control, get them people out of there, get the people that were living there that don't have a voice and we don't really know what's going on. I hope they correct that shit because you know what? They might try to do that shit in every fucking city or major city or state somewhere. I promise you.
I'm here to let you know the GDs, BDs, and Mexicans ain't gonna let that shit happen in Chicago.
You never know, though. You never know.
Yo, they already tried it at the little church where Trump took the little picture with the Bible and shit.
Yeah,
they done spray painted the. I mean, yo, shit is bananas.
Wow. How you doing, Nia Daniels?
Hey, Auntie. So.
Hey, Auntie.
Also in the article they saying the protesters have planted a community garden and painted a large Black Lives Matter mural. I have only seen with my own two fucking eyes every time they show them or I see a thing of them, there's one or two black men. One black man with a rifle standing guard for whatever fucking reason, and another black man talking out, and they just, I don't know. It's bullshit to me. It's bullshit. Everybody else can go research their own and look it up for themselves, but to me, it's bullshit. And I feel like it's a separate agenda. It is not the agenda of Black lives. So it's absolute fucking tyranny.
So we got Chris. She said, yes, other agendas from other people, not Black Lives Matter. I agree. Chop is not good. KKK might try the same thing. And she said, Michelle, good point.
What is that? Is that YouTube you just read?
Well, she texted to me. She watching us on YouTube because she don't have Facebook, but she texted to me.
Okay. So I said thank you. So,
what up, Derek?
So with those things that are being reported there, I hope it's not true, but I can't deny that it may be true that they harming these fucking innocent people that's there. That's not trying to deal with they crazy bullshit that they trying to implement because there's no police. But then they have people there that's armed that are considered people that are their own police. So it's like y'all fucking dumb. Y'all fucking dumb. Why is it just me?
Oh, because I done learned something new. You was talking.
I'm like, what the fuck just happened?
Me too. I was about to be like, damn. Like, I thought my internet was wilding for real.
No, I learned something new. I was trying to see if it worked.
This nigga learning on the fly.
I just gotta expect the unexpected.
Exactly.
So,
I know Michelle ain't talking when the last time she up there changing backgrounds and all kind of shit.
Did I do a background?
Yeah.
Oh, I got my stable background now, my New York City. So, I wonder if I should do the one that's gonna piss people off last. Okay, let's do.
Well, I got a story. Well, Duran want to speak on the other one.
On which one?
What Michelle was just talking about.
Seattle.
Oh no! All I wanted to say was, you can people, if they take time and just think about shit instead of reacting and being emotional, you can tell what is what. I mean, what's the end game, right? When people are out there doing it, what are you doing it for? Does it have anything to do with George Floyd, Aubrey, Breonna Taylor, Does it have anything to do with any of them? Or is it just some shit to be doing because you want to do some shit? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So when people start talking about, oh, this is about Black Lives Matter, this nigga think he clever. But when these people are like, oh, this is about Black Lives Matter, and oh, this is for the cause. Because like I said, I was just done when I asked the simple question. I was like, I understand the anger, but you know, I'm not understanding the action. And just from that remark, I got called everything under the sun. Up time, I'm not focusing on the right shit.
Right.
Marching and praying don't work. Who said anything about marching and praying? All I'm saying is that if we're doing, if there's an action and there's no end goal to the action, then you just doing shit to be doing it.
Right.
So I got a story.
Mm.
So you all heard about this clown ass nigga that they call Jamal Green, right?
I put up a video of this clown.
I saw this video, and I think I already know what you about to talk about, but I'll say my two.
First of all, I bank with Chase. Motherfucker, stop me from getting my money and watch what happened to you niggas in that mess.
Nigga. So Jamal Green, first off, he's saying about what he saying the Chase. We saw that, Shells. He said Chase gave $71 billion to the white community, right? Now, all he doing is showing a piece of paper that he made up. Nigga, show us some hard facts. If you saying that they giving all this to the white community and this little to the black, show us. I'm not pretty sure they giving more to the white than the black. I get that. But you just made up some numbers and you just got your cronies following you. Now, you want Chase to give $51 billion to the black community in Chicago.
Just Chicago.
Just Chicago.
Because the black community ain't nowhere else but in Chicago.
Right. And I'm when I first heard it, I'm like, this nigga got to be on dope or dog food, because if they did it in Chicago, Minnesota gonna want the same thing. Baltimore gonna want the same thing. New York. So now Chase go bankrupt.
Now I got to find somewhere else to put my money.
But then he stopped the black lady from trying to get her money.
He stopped the right one. Okay, go ahead, bro. I'm gonna shut up.
Man, look. Then you got the old clown ass nigga. He gonna act like he getting something out the ATM. Man, if you don't get your clown ass out the way, then he come up with his retarded looking ass. So when I was talking to this dental assistant that work at the place of employment where we work at and Ron no longer at.
Got my official date too, but go ahead.
And so she was like, well, I agree with what he's saying, because if you ask for 51 billion and you only get $1 million, then you know we got something. I said, well, hold on, evidently you don't know about negotiation. I understand you start high, they start low, you try to work in the middle, but you also got where you get outrageous and they look at you like, motherfucker, you ain't worth talking to. I mean, right. If me and Deron, if I say, well, D, let me get $1 million, you say 500,000. But then I went up and said, well, let me get 20 million. Oh, well, this nigga ain't worth talking to. He must be on drugs or some shit, asking for some stupid shit like this. You know, come on, man.
Yeah. I looked at that video and absolute fucking clownery. Now, okay, you trying to make a point, you trying to prove a point. How about you pass out your motherfucking flyers and you get out my way? Then, first of all, this is why we always have issues between black men and black women, because why are you fucking with this black woman at this moment in time? Another point is she sounds like she's from somewhere the fuck else. I think somebody said she was Nigerian or something. She don't give a fuck about nothing you talking about, nigga. She is in there to take her money out, do what she got. You don't know what this woman got to do. Buy groceries, buy shit for her kids, do what she got to do. She probably just came from work. I got to go to work. And you up there trying to preach and educate a word. Motherfuckers only want education if they come to you for education. If she didn't come to you, if she didn't ask you for shit, get out of her fucking way, because you trying to be a voice for the people and trying to be out there like you educating a motherfucker, and you look completely fucking stupid. And why would she have to like go out of her way to go to another fucking chase to ignore you, your ass, you and your fellow stupid ass compadres out there just bullshit. I know, first of all banks is fucked up. Let's just get that right. You got the Rockefellers, you got the Rothsteins. If you don't know about the shit and their clear agendas, then you just don't know or whatever. Go read a book. But that is not what motherfuckers there for. So you have the nerve to, oh, this what we gonna stop people from taking money out because what the fuck? What was that? What was the point of proof there to me? What was the agenda for him to do all of that? What was the fucking point to me?
Well, like I said when I posted the video, I'm gonna ask you one time nicely to get the fuck out of my way. And if you don't, it's on and popping from there. Like your brother stated, his dumb ass called it a picket line. You picket where you work. So obviously it ain't a picket line because your ass don't work at Chase.
The fucking harassment line.
So like I said, you get one opportunity to get the fuck out of my way. All bets is off after that.
I just don't understand. And first of all, this is another reason why he probably stopped her, because her being a female. If it was you, that nigga would have got up out your way.
One time.
Still been trying to talk.
My man, I need to get right here.
But
I said I need to get right here.
Auntie said,
I already know.
Rothschilds.
I already know.
Put this comment up here. Roman Alexander said, throwing money at a community is not the solution. The true revolution would be in the hearts and minds of Black people everywhere.
I agree with that.
Real shit.
I mean, look,
we've already, look, we are at a moment in time where we have their attention and we have their ear. But so many people are wasting time and energy on bullshit, i.e. Jamal Green.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see the shit.
To me, he just another fake ass conscious nigga. He's full of shit.
He wants the publicity. He wants the publicity and the notoriety. He don't give a fuck about the community because there's nothing he said that totally benefits the community. It benefits him. It gets him in front of the cameras. It gets him in front of the limelight. Ain't shit about him. That's why I read very little that comes to him. But when I saw the video and I think your brother sent it to me. I think Derek sent it to me. And I was like, man, let me look at this shit. And I was like, nah, I gotta post this because, dog, we in the middle of the pandemic. You don't know what people in there for. Number one, dude, I need 6 feet and I need you to fuck from in front of this ATM.
Then that nigga offered her $20. I will give you $20 to get to work, nigga.
$20. Nigga, I'm gonna take out 200. You gonna give me 20? You a little short.
And I don't know if I missed this part, but did he try to tell her or try to offer her, well, this is a Black bank owned here in Chicago?
No, they told her it was other chases around.
This is my fucking point right here. So you mean to tell
said, don't go to this chase, go to another chase. Ain't all the chases motherfucking not giving money to the Black community?
Put me on the big screen. Put me on the big screen.
She sound like Stephen A. Smith.
Put me on the big screen. Let me tell y'all something. So this clown ass motherfucking person decides to have a picket at a Chase and go on a rant about Chase. Chase is all over the fucking United States. So miss me with that bullshit. You could go to another Chase. I'll give you $20. Nigga, you giving me problems of the world, but you are not giving me fucking solutions. So take whatever you got to say, roll it up in a ball, and shove it straight up your ass. Because what the fuck does that have to do with anything? You giving problems, but you not giving solutions. So you ranting and raving about Chase ain't doing this and Chase ain't doing that. Nigga, what are you doing? Starting an uproar of bullshit. I would have been, see, this is why I'm so glad that in certain situations, because I would have a fucking conniption, okay? I'd be like, okay, let me read your little dumbass real quick. You're stupid. You stupid. You could go to another Chase. This Chase specifically, nigga. This Chase specifically.
We gonna boycott Chase. Just this one though.
This one right here. It is across the fucking United States, my nigga. Then on top of that, even if there was a miracle and there was no more Chase Bank, right? You know how motherfuckers have shit inside of shit, connected with shit, connected and connected and connected and connect. Capital fuckinglism, monopoly. Come on, bro. Come on. Come on. Miss me with that shit. Clown ass niggas for days. I'm over the clown niggas. I'm over the fake conscious. Coon. I'm not even gonna call him a coon. He just a fucking dumbass child that knows nothing about nothing. That is just for self-agenda. Anybody that follows him, you're a fucking idiot. It's probably some of these dumbass young niggas. I'm sorry. Some of these dumb young niggas. Some of these young people are smart.
Okay, we gonna boycott BP Gas, but only the one on 39th in Michigan. You go to the other motherfuckers. We just gonna boycott that one.
To me, it sounds like that shit. What's that shit T.I. want to do on July 7th? Oh, let's not spend no money on this one day. Nigga, shut up. He needs to shut up too.
And say, shit.
They don't have no real fucking solution. And I feel like there's way more better solutions. But I feel like, you know what I'm thinking, y'all? For us to like thrive as a black people and within the black community, and for us to get our shit together, we gotta get rid of some of these dumb niggas. I'm sorry, everybody can't fucking come.
Well, you know what? We ain't gotta get rid of them.
Well,
what are you talking about?
What we gotta do?
Coronavirus wasn't attacking respiratory system, and it was just attacking dumb niggas. We'd be a lot better off.
I don't want to say it like that because I'm our people. It's like dragging the stupidity through the fucking mud. Like how much? Like how?
But what's up, Perryman?
Perryman. Hey Sam.
So
I'm sorry, I know y'all seeing me acting.
But no, the problem is people make excuses for dumb shit. You know, why do you? Okay, we have a problem with black people police killing black people, white people killing black people, but black people killing black people. Well, that's cool. I mean, come on now. So, we saying Black Lives Matter as long as somebody black kills them. But when it's black on black, Black lives didn't matter. When you say that shit, people get upset. They start making excuses for stupid shit. That 3-year-old boy that got shot and killed, his life mattered.
You know what I think?
Talk about it because it was black on black.
You know what I think the biggest issue is? I think that people are tired, people are frustrated, and they're angry, but they don't have the words to express their anger.
They have displaced anger.
Right. But like the whole defund the police bullshit, right? Reality of it is, if you don't have law and order, because if you defund the police, you're defunding law enforcement, period, which means you're defunding the police, you're defunding attorneys, because ain't no need to for attorneys if you don't have police arresting motherfuckers. Ain't no need for a court system. There's no need for judges, right? So it's a domino effect. So what are we just going? So what are we just gonna do? We just gonna like let people commit crimes and ain't nobody gonna? We just gonna have better, basically. Like the Wild West. Somebody rob you. You just go find the motherfucker and shoot him. Y'all gonna shoot out OK Corral type shit, right?
Right.
So I guess
what's up? So but now I'm okay with defund. Okay, if you tell me you want to defund the police, tell me what you want to do with the money. Because the first thing is the first problem is they put too much on law enforcement. Let me say that. When you have a problem, what did they do with mental illness? They said, let the police handle it, right? So they shut down all the mental health facilities, and now they send them to jail, and they want law enforcement officials to handle the mentally ill. That ain't what you trained to do. You know what I'm saying? You want to defund the police. Tell me what you want to do with the money. Let's boost a mental health system that needs to be reignited, right? You want to take money away from the police. Okay, that's fine. Put money back into the inner city schools
Now,
where you taking money from, because part of the reason why these Negroes is on the streets because they ain't got shit to do, because ain't no more basketball practice, ain't no more football practice, ain't no more after school programs, right? Because you're taking the money away from them. So tell me, if you want to take the money away, tell me what the fuck you want to do with it, though. See, that's the reason why I said you got all these actions, but there's no end goal to the. And everybody want to do shit. Everybody want to come up with this hashtag and this moniker, but there's no end goal to it. Okay, I'm not. Look, forgive me if I'm not the nigga that wants to get on board with your plan because your plan has no end game.
Right.
right.
Well, that's just like what's that? The Minneapolis. So now they voted to not just defund the police. They voted to abolish the police, and they just did
And
that.
that's wow.
And replace it with what? Nothing.
It's gonna be Seattle. I guarantee it.
They said it's going to take a year. It's going to take a year for they have a plan. If I ain't gonna lie, if I was part of Seattle Police Department, I would quit. Everybody there should just quit. Why would I stay on the only way I would stay? You had to give me a hell of a severance package, and I mean a hell of a one to stay for a year. That I know you're gonna fire me. I wouldn't give you motherfuckers time to figure out. Y'all just have to figure this shit out on your own. You see what?
Right. I wanted to respond to Deron. Deron, I did see. Now, see, this is the problem. I think that the I think that majority of the people are on a bandwagon of following what's popular.
Right.
Because when you talked about the defunding the police thing and what you're saying now, I've seen people say that. There was actual people that posted, if we defund the police, then where would the agenda of other things go? I've seen people post that. But other people that are just saying it without even fucking knowing what to do, those are the motherfuckers that don't know shit. They just repeating shit without knowing the breakdown of what motherfuckers want. Or now that makes sense. Mental health facilities, better shit in schools, or better schools and shit like that. If you're going to do that, I do not agree whatsoever with the abolishment of the police, because it would be like, okay, fucking corral out here. Negative.
Oh, like Atlanta, when Atlanta police, when they did the blue flu for them 3-4 days, because see, the mayor tried to come off pretty
First
tough.
of all, let me just say, Keisha Lance Bottom, fine motherfucker, boy. Love her.
Yeah.
Love her.
Hey, but she tried to get tough on him at one point.
Who are you talking about?
Lori.
No, who Deron just talking about?
Keisha Lance Bottom, the mayor of Atlanta, fine motherfucker.
Okay. So yeah, they just I don't know. It's people want to completely abolish the police now. I don't agree with that. However, they need to find a way, a solution to get rid of these motherfuckers that have no agenda to protect and serve the fucking community. Niggas that's on some motherfucking John Wayne or on some KKK agenda to eradicate the black community. Now, them motherfuckers need to go somewhere because they ain't trying to be protect and serve shit.
Let me just say this. Michelle's up here gangbanging, got a bandana falling and shit. But let me just say this, though. People who jumped on that defund the police shit need to do some research, because the politician who implemented that shit, who presented that, the purpose was not to eliminate the police. It's simply to reallocate funds. And people say, well, they need to reallocate funds for training. No, you don't need to train because check it out. Them same white boys that's killing black people on the street, they don't need to be trained not to kill the white people. They got the same training. And I mean, white people with guns have been arrested. Black people with fucking iPhones have been shot or less. With iPhones or less have been shot, killed, kneed on the neck. So you don't need to train them not to kill people.
Right.
The thing is the racial insensitivity.
Now, I agree with that because we just saw with the guy in Atlanta at the Wendy's, right? He did all that. He was drunk. He was wrestling with the taser. He ran away. They shot him. It had came out that a few months or weeks ago that he just came from some type of training for fucking some type of
racial sensitivity training. You know what I'm saying?
So, hold on, because I'm gonna speak on that in a second. So, for the people that don't know, this is Keisha Lance Bottoms. Nice looking marriage. She cute.
That ain't even her best picture.
Right, that ain't even her best picture, but it still look better than the nigga I'm about to show.
Y'all ain't y'all feel me? Hold on. I agree with the statement Sam just said. Defund the politician. I agree with that shit whole motherfucking heart.
Especially aldermen. For motherfuckers,
man,
you got motherfuckers that make $80,000 to $100,000 a year, and they only required to be present 20 hours a week. That's 4 hours a day. Hell, you can get 20 hours if you just put in 2 12-hour days. You ain't got to see me no more the week.
So, and here's one thing people don't want to look at, and they gonna never tell you about it, right? If you look at
we all get a background investigation, auntie.
Oh yeah, they all do.
See, here's the problem with the background investigation. It's the same thing with gang members. You have people who have been sheltered with the express purpose of infiltrating law enforcement. So you have people with racist backgrounds, Ku Klux Klan affiliations, neo-Nazi affiliations, who've been groomed never to come up on anybody's radar so that they could get into these organizations.
Right, but here's the one thing you need to look at: the police that's doing this shit and getting away with it. When they say, "Oh, well, he had 150 complaints and he got this and that," one thing you need to look at is who is he affiliated with? What politician is his juice?
Who?
What higher up in the police? Any officer? Think about it. The ones if we do something on the force, they looking at taking our job. When you got this other motherfucker and you see he doing all kind of stupid shit and he never really get in trouble, he might get a suspension here and there or a slap on the wrist. They got some juice somewhere. But see, the politicians don't want to put that shit out there because then that start to fall on the politicians.
But you know what though? Look,
it's all fucking connected. That's why. Here's
a situation that a lot of people in law enforcement don't want to address. They say no one hates a dirty cop more than a clean cop. Well, more cops, more law enforcement officials who are doing the right thing need to put these motherfuckers on blast. I've said it before and I'll say it again. The shit with Laquan McDonald, it pissed me off when we was doing the little security patrol and all them black officers we was working with that worked for CPD. And when the shit, right before the shit came out, they say, "Oh, we knew Van Dyke was racist. We just never, it was like, whatever." If you knew this, why was y'all letting this motherfucker get away with the shit he was doing? Somebody should.
They didn't want to risk their own job.
Man, and see, that's the problem. That's the problem because motherfuckers put up this wall, and it's across the board. CPD, Sheriff's Department, any state or local agency, USA, and it's like, yo, don't nobody say nothing, because we got to protect our own. Guess what? If they're doing that shit, they're not your own.
And see, now this, she can't never say she didn't agree with you because this shit is on the page now.
Oh, well, she agree with me often though, but it's you that she don't agree with most time.
Man,
I gotta get it together with the internet. God damn. Because you were talking to Ron, and then your ass was like,
hey, we in this high tech world now. You got to get a little more.
I gotta get what?
I should get a little more. Well, I should get a little more high tech. Just get a little more speed.
Oh, I really like AT&T, but they don't need no more fucking speed.
I had to leave AT&T. They've been they promised me for 3 years that they were gonna upgrade their speed. I'm like, all right.
No, we know how David. Well, just boycott the one, not the other. Like you can start going back to Best Buy. Just don't go back to the other one that gave you the problem.
Right, because you know they gonna.
That's what your boy Jamal Green would do. He say, man, don't worry about the rest of them. Just fuck them.
The one I making my head hurt to some type of elaborate ass capacity. Okay.
Okay, since we talking about dumb shit, Houston has made it a law. These what lawmakers are doing now. Houston has made it a law to where they can no longer call the master bedroom the master bedroom. It's the primary bedroom.
Why? Because saying master bedroom is like a form of slave mentality. Masters.
Pretty soon they're gonna change your master's to primary degree.
Whatever. I still got the motherfucker.
This actually goes well into my third little like segment here. Y'all ready?
Come on.
And I want a lot of people that's watching to really think about what I'm saying.
Why the fuck motherfucking one of the lieutenants sending me all kind of porn and shit when he should be watching the show?
Why is he sending me porn? That's suspect as hell. Anyway, I
damn so earned it.
That definitely goes into what I want to say about with everything going on from the kickoff of the George Floyd thing. Okay. Which it really should have fucking kicked off on Ahmaud Arbery, but I think that there was an agenda, okay, to set shit off in motion for motherfuckers to get mad, okay? Now that things have kind of, I wouldn't say died down, but have been docile somewhat. Because people have been protesting and really going out there, the motherfuckers that's peacefully protesting, not these motherfuckers burning down shit and breaking shit and acting fucking wild because we know they ain't for the agenda. I know that a lot of Black people that are not fucking thinking or caring is happy about this bullshit pandering that they are doing for Black people in this moment. And when I say pandering, I mean, i.e., when they kicked off this Black Lives Matter written in the street shit. So now every fucking major city has kicked it off. Mind you, I saw a post where they did Black Lives Matter in the street in Flint, Michigan. I said they don't even have clean fucking water. So they don't give a fuck about no Black lives. That's number one. Okay? Why are people falling for this little minuscule shit? Oh, we'll make Juneteenth a national holiday. Guess what? Next year, that shit is on a Saturday, bitch. Ha, ha, ha. So it's bullshit. You got the dumb motherfuckers, Pelosi and a couple of dumb motherfuckers that got on the news. First of all, they kneeled down.
With kente cloths on.
With kente cloth. And I did research on fucking kente cloth now because I had to look it up. First of all, anything that's made with kente cloth now, it's fake. Because the original kente cloth, it's just fake now. It's no real shit out there. That's number one. Number two, if I gotta remember what I was reading about that. The kente cloth has actually something bad negating towards it. So, first of all, kente cloth is in motherfucking Africa. Where we live, the goddamn United States. Bitch, that
She said made in China.
how? How is that making that's like, here you go, niggas. Here you go, niggas. Because it feels like what they're doing now is they're coddling fucking black people, and motherfuckers is falling for it. Like, yes, now they write Black Lives Matter in the streets, and yes, they have on kente cloth, and yes, the police are kneeling with us, and yes, they're fucking what's the other shit they doing? They taking Aunt Jemima off the fucking thing, and yes, now they're gonna change Uncle Ben, and yes, now they changing it from the master bedroom to the fucking whatever David just
primary bedroom.
Primary bedroom.
Primary bedroom.
And all of these companies are in solidarity and all of this shit. Let me tell y'all something. Racism is here. It is alive and well, and it will continue to fucking fester. Racism is not going to end because there will always be racist people, always be people with a hateful fucking agenda. So the shit is not going to stop. And I think some people have such a mentality that, or such a craving for racist people to accept them for who they are. It's like, fuck that. Bitch, you either give me respect or whatever. I don't need your acceptance. I don't fucking need your acceptance. But we are allowing these companies and these politicians and these government officials and all this bullshit to pander to black people. Why y'all settling? It feels like black people are constantly settling. And it's like, here, nigga, take this. Here, nigga, take this, because you fucking complaining. We're in solidarity, you know, we ain't never, and now you see Black Lives Matter every fucking where. Every fucking where. And they still don't give a goddamn about your black ass life. Let me tell you that shit right now. So I need people to stop and think when they feel like they're changing the ways and now they are not fucking doing that shit to it's all about money. We live in a capitalistic system. Capitalism. If it don't make fucking money, it don't make sense. So they understand, especially companies, oh, we're in solidarity. What have you done? What have you done for black people? What have you done for black community? When they say, I'm in solidarity, I'm with you. And be on bullshit. Be motherfuckers calling the cops on you when you got a fucking receipt coming out of Walmart with your wife and your pregnant wife and your baby. I don't know if y'all saw that video. And motherfuckers talk about, well, we just checking to see, you know, if everything you bought is what you bought. Bitch, I literally have a receipt right here. But we in solidarity though. These motherfucking people do not care. I hope y'all get this shit through y'all head. I hope y'all think about it. When they giving you all these little tidbits and all this bullshit, even though I know right now it's kind of hard with the voting thing. Either fucking Trump or Joe Biden. And Joe Biden's like, you ain't black if you ain't vote for me. In 1977, Joe Biden's ass was up there talking about he don't want his kids going to where the jungle kids go. Talk about black people. So miss me with that bullshit. Now he's like, you're not black if you're a motherfucker. You sure is white, because I'm sure you ain't changed your motherfucking mind since 1977. That was not that goddamn long ago. So
well, I'm not gonna say he didn't change his mind. I'm not gonna say he didn't change his mind, but with that statement, see, here's what I have a problem with. Bullshit. When the white man come on the Breakfast Club and he pretty much say, look here, he didn't have time for him because he said his wife had to go. She got a conference call about some fucking recipes. So I'm just on here to make you for you niggas. That's in so many words. That's what he said. But he was like, yeah, if you don't vote for me, you not black. Now we just gonna keep it at this, niggas. But then when a black lady come on, she can't talk about her campaign because you all want to talk about other stupid shit.
Now I agree with you in totality, and that's that bullshit I'm talking about. If a black person comes on here, me, you, Deron, me, you, David, Deron, if we come on here and say some shit of value, of solution, of prosperity for black people, we don't give a fuck what they talking about. Let us get a motherfucking white guest on this show, and they're gonna be like, oh my God, gives a fuck what this white person got? We literally just said the exact same thing. And this is not to slander white people. This is not me saying all white people ain't shit. Let me get that clear, because them motherfuckers gonna be like, she's prejudiced, she's racist. I can't be fucking racist.
Well, no,
these are for the
anybody that comes on to our show, whether they black, white, Hispanic, Jew, transgender, gay, whatever, you know, they would get the utmost respect as long as they ain't saying stupid shit, and we would let the people in the comment section know, look here, show this person respect, because we're here for a conversation. We're not gonna do
but they will answer the tough questions.
Yes, it's gonna be tough questions asked. You know, we're not gonna sit up here. See, any interview that you gotta give scripted fucking questions to them, that's not genuine. I don't even want to do that interview. I want to do the interview to where, yeah, they might be some scripted questions, but like, okay, just if we had R. Kelly on here, okay, motherfucker, let's talk about this goddamn alleged rape. Shit, we ain't gonna have no, well, we gonna keep that. No, motherfucker, that's what people want to hear.
We gonna talk about you pissing on motherfucker.
Right.
Definitely gonna talk about it.
You know, so when you don't do that, it's just disingenuous.
Right.
I mean, you know what? The whole thing with Joe Biden, because, you know, I've seen people post that shit, and that was, you know, some people was like, is this real? Yeah, that was a real article. Yeah, that was real. You know, he did say that he equated to going to school in the jungle. But think about this in proximity. 9 years removed from Martin Luther King being assassinated. The 11 to 12 years removed from Malcolm X being assassinated. So you're looking at the temperature of the country. The unfortunate thing about politicians is politicians roll with they roll with whatever's going. So you'll never, unless you know them personally, you'll never know how they really feel about something, because they're checking the temperature of society. And at that time, the temperature of society was where he could say shit like that. Well, the temperature's changed. Here's what I'll say about this. In the 1950s and 60s, we gained momentum as far as black people. The problem is through all of our fighting, we took the black agenda and we bastardized it. We included every fucking body that wanted to be considered a minority. So we said, look, we're going to take the Hispanic, bring them on with us. The Asians, let them come on with us. Homosexuals, come on, let them, the women, we could take black women out of our struggle and give them their own struggle with the white women for women's lib. Well, guess what? White women was the only ones who had the problem, because black women always had a voice.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we allowed them to come into, and if you check it, everything went from black agenda to minority agenda. So that encompasses everybody. So that in and of itself pushes the black agenda further down the pecking order.
Thank you.
So they address everybody else's situation before they address ours. So in essence, we dropped the ball, because when they gave us the mantle from the 50s, 60s, and even the 70s, when they gave us the mantle, because we had an illusion of inclusion, right? And we felt comfortable because we felt like we had a little piece of this, what they call American pie, and we had Negroes making it, quote unquote. We got even though we had people like Public Enemy, and we had like the Spike Lees, and later on the Tupacs and the Poe Righteous Teachers, and it was mainly the hip hop generation that was trying to tell us we still ain't made it. We still need to do X, Y, Z. We ignored that. We told them that they was radical. We told them they was doing too much, because we comfortable. We making more money than we ever made, even though in relationship to what white people was making, it wasn't shit. Right. So the Generation Z's coming up now, they have a right to be pissed off to a certain extent with us, because when we were given the mantle, we put it down.
Yep.
We got comfortable. We put it down and we didn't press. We didn't press and demand more. All we did was help either remain stagnant or get pushed further back. So, which is why I said the last time we was on, I said, I don't want equal nothing. I want more. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't start off a race ahead of me, and then I have to give you an even further head start, and then say, all right, nigga, catch up. Nah. I don't want a handout, but what I want is a hand up. See what I'm saying? So I want access to this economic empowerment that you give everybody else. I want that. You know what I'm saying? I don't see people say we're conditioned to believe that if you want to make money that you greedy, right? Because I can't tell you how many black people I've talked to in the last week or so that be like, man, you know what? It ain't even about the money. No, nigga, it is about the money.
It's always about the money.
It is about the money. And stop being ashamed to say it.
You know what? When I took my entrepreneur course, that's what they said. Stop being ashamed to say it's about the money, because it's always about the money. So I want to address this what Sam got up there. Please tell me what his misplaced anger is, because I didn't know a 1-year-old got shot yesterday. She said, "Where's the protest for that? Why do we pick and choose what to be angry about?" And I heard somebody break this down.
We talked about this before.
So I was listening to this YouTuber today, and he broke it down, and it made a lot of sense. He was like, well, think about the person in your family that rapes kids, that raped his cousin, his niece, and stuff like that. And the cousin and niece can't say anything because you bringing shame to the family. So they want you to hide that. They want you to hide it with the pain. And that's what the same thing we do in the black community. You know, we don't want to talk about it. Let's just sweep this under the rug. But if somebody else does something, then we outrage. But black person killed another black person. We don't want to speak on that. It happens in other families too. But no, this shit does need to be talked about. We do need to be angry. Deron said it. He said it best. We represent 13% of the population in the United States. If we kill off ourselves, eventually that 13% is going to drop dramatically.
Well, here's the unfortunate reality. If we only make up 13%, but we killing each other at a 26% clip, eventually we'll be extinct, nigga. Yeah. I mean, if you can't kill off a race at a higher rate than they reproduce. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I damn sure agree with your brother.
The media and white folks control the black community choices. I'm guessing he meant choices there.
Yeah, I'm assuming that's what he meant. I think he was driving while you was typing that, big bro.
Hey, the English language has won again, goddamn it. Why does nigga keep talking about put the camera on shells now, nigga?
We're gonna put the camera on your fingers and see what you typing, nigga.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, so they fucking pandering, and motherfuckers is gonna fall for that shit because they not paying attention, because it just feels good for shit to go back to normal. Normal is over. Normal is over. Get that shit out your head. That shit is done. Okay. This is another thing that I wanted to bring up, that David brings it up all the fucking time. And I feel like it's even more prevalent right now, because with everything going on, there is still not enough attention on women and children. The ones that suffer the most is children. Okay. But okay, this is what I want to talk about. With everything going on with these protests for Black Lives, and as you notice me, I don't say Black Lives Matter but with Black Lives, is why when there is the death, the unjustly death of a Black man, then there's the unjustly death of a Black woman. Black women are still being pushed to the motherfucking back. I don't understand this shit. I really don't. Now they was fighting so hard for this George Floyd, not saying that he doesn't get the fight for it. But with Breonna Taylor, they ain't doing shit. They fired one motherfucker. So I'm trying to grasp why when it's a black woman or even a child, the shit is not pumped as much as it should be pumped for them.
And it was just as egregious with Breonna Taylor. She was laying in the crib sleep.
Right.
Now, that's why I posted that shit today. We tell black people, look, all you got to do is follow the rules and follow the law. Well, how much of the law was she breaking sleep?
Right.
You know?
Pushed by a judge to give them a no-knock warrant for a whole nother fucking building or apartment or whatever house. So it's absolute bullshit. And then I don't know if you heard about the story of Elijah McClain or McCain
in Denver, Colorado. Autistic boy.
In 2019.
Yeah. It happened last August.
Hold on real quick. Hey, Kales, I'm about to send you the link and I'm about to
you can.
You said what?
No, he said, can I join this convo? I said, yes, you can.
I'm about to send you the link, yeah.
Okay. This happened in 2019. So that also gets me to thinking, like I said, I'll be questioning everything. Why the fuck is it being brought up now? Even though people are trying to bring back cases that haven't been resolved, like the Kendrick, I forgot his last name, the boy that got rolled up in the mat. Mm-hmm. That has been brought back up because how in the fuck did he roll himself up in the mat, kill himself, have no organs? Bullshit. That boy
killed yourself, took your organs out, rolled yourself up in the mat.
Nope, that boy got in a fight with him, killed him, and then his father probably covered that shit up because his father's in the FBI. So bullshit. But like I'm saying, how are we still being put on the back burner even in the midst of Black lives? I don't get it. And then Black Lives Matter drawn in the street. Oh, fucking well. How is that doing anything for Black lives? No.
That was just some petty shit by the mayor of DC because that was on Pennsylvania Avenue leading to the White House.
But everybody is doing it. I.e., this goes to show what you were just talking about, how we are the bandwagon for everybody else.
Yeah.
Ron.
Hey, Kel, I just sent you the link on your messenger. So
all lives matter. All Black Lives Matter was painted on the street of fucking Hollywood.
All lives matter.
All Black Lives Matter, which was in honor of Pride Month. So, and I saw a tweet from a guy. I don't know who he is, white guy. He said, with the Juneteenth thing, Black people, y'all got a whole other month. Why y'all fucking with the gay month, June? Bitch, who the fuck said June was the gay month? I don't.
Wow. See, that's my problem, right? Because if you say something about gays and homosexuals, whatever they want to be labeled, then it's a problem. But you come after Black people, like people always talk about, Black men or Black people are becoming extinct. Well, that's not really true because extinct species are protected by the government, and the government don't give no fuck about us.
One motherfucker fired.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
So I mean that's part of my problem with the whole Black Lives Matter movement is because there are a bunch of underlying movements attached to that, and Black Lives Matter is just the hashtag that caught fire that got them the funding, that got them the money. And my thing is that if you look at where the money came from, I mean, okay, yeah, y'all paid now, y'all straight, but you basically have a white supremacist running your organization.
Oh, and for everybody that want to see the face of this white supremacist, because I know he was gonna come back up. That's Mr. George Soros,
right?
The billionaire that funds it.
That's trying to create a new world fucking order. Don't even get me started. So
speaking of new world order, when the fuck did Bill Gates become a medical professional, man?
Why
this motherfucker is all about this motherfucker is all about controlling the population, and all of a sudden now he's the voice of reason behind this coronavirus shit.
Bill and Melinda Gates have a foundation. Him and his manly ass looking wife.
Yeah, he funds Black Lives Matter. Yeah, so a non-melanated individual funds Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter is bullshit. Not the saying.
Hey, Denise is here. Come on, I'm about to send you that link, Denise.
Hello. The Black Lives Matter, the saying is good. The organization is bullshit. Do you want me to go into why? I think we talked about this, but I know David brought it up before. But I just want to touch on it again so people know where I'm coming from with this before Denise get on here. And now when you go on Black Lives Matter, they check your browser to make sure that for some fucking reason. Okay.
They checking browsers now and shit?
Yeah.
They feeling infiltrated?
Mm-hmm.
Denise, I just sent you the link. Come on in, baby. Come on.
That's what we here for, Nay. We here to inform.
Facts. Supposedly Black Lives Matter started with the whole enrage of Trayvon Martin being killed, which his killer still walking around free selling signing Skittle bags and fucking Arizona iced teas. So who really is? So are y'all really mad or y'all on bullshit? Okay. Then with the Mike Brown thing. So they only come out when it's police brutality. But I'm trying to find the fucking part where it says that they don't really is not towards the male cisgender agenda. Because as you know, the co-founders of Black Lives Matter are 3 supposed black female feminists. They're all lesbians. That doesn't make a point, but it does make a point to me. And so that makes me say, y'all not for no black lives. It's bullshit. Hold on. I'm going to see if I can find this shit real quick. It's on the website too if you want to go and look it up. Because I'm not just reading from my ass crack. This
I sent it to you in your messenger.
Get it together.
Check your messenger.
I should have fucking screenshotted this part. Okay. We work vigorously for freedom and justice of Black people and by extension, all people. We intentionally build and nurture a beloved community that is bonded together through a beautiful struggle that is restorative, not depleting. We are unapologetically Black in our position. In affirming that Black Lives Matter, we need not qualify our position to love and desire freedom and justice for ourselves is a prerequisite for wanting the same for others. We see ourselves as a part of a global Black family. Global, because now it is a global network, just so y'all know. And we are aware of the different ways we are impacted and we are impacted or privileged as Black people who exist in different parts of the world. Y'all get y'all heard what I just said? Okay, so we are guided by the fact that all Black lives regarding of actual or perceived sexual identity, gender expression, economic status, ability, disability, religious beliefs or disbeliefs, immigration status, or location. We make space for transgender brothers and sisters to participate and lead. We are self-reflective and do the work required to dismantle cisgender privilege and uplift Black trans folk, especially Black trans women who continue to I can't even fucking get out. Disproportionately impacted by trans antagonistic violence. We also build a space that affirms Black women and is free from sexism, misogyny, and environments in which men are centered. We practice empathy. Now, any part of that shit sound like it's for Black men or all Black lives? It sounds very contradicting to me. And did I read that wrong to any of y'all? David?
It was very clear to me. I mean, that's not the first time I've heard it. I mean, or read it, because I have actually read it.
Right. Reading this on the website. This ain't no other website. This is the Black Lives Matter website.
But see, that therein lies the problem, right? When it comes to Black issues, we can't get shit addressed unless we include somebody else. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. And then we get accused of everything under the sun if we say, no, this just dealing with us. Right?
I got some more. We make our spaces family friendly and enable parents to fully participate with their children. We dismantle the patriarchal practice that requires mothers to work double shifts so that they can mother in private, even as they participate in public justice work.
I'm going to bring Kels in.
Okay. We're going to get back into that.
What's up, Kels, brother? You got to unmute your mic.
What's good, brother?
Unmute your mic.
You got to unmute your mic, brother. There you go. It still can't hear you.
Can you control his mic?
No, he unmuted his mic. Okay, your mic muted again. Okay, now it's okay.
Hello. No.
He still can't hear you.
Can he? Maybe try to take the headphones out, see if it works. When you back muted again. Okay, now you're unmuted. I still can't hear you.
He like, I wanted to get my point across.
You back muted again.
Back muted.
You might have to go out and come back in, maybe.
Right.
Yeah, check your okay, when you all come in right before, you should see that green that green going up and down.
Join with microphone.
Right. Okay, go ahead, Shells. Finish your point till we get Kels back in.
And my aunt said that some folks may be offended, but that's them trying to force their agenda on everyone else. I ain't trying to force shit. I'm just trying to make people think for themselves. So I get what you're saying, Auntie. I know that forced me.
Denise saying, but it's all we got right now. Push NAACP organizations of the past. My thing is this. Why can't we can start another organization? I mean, because Black Lives Matter, if you look at their ideology, everything is based on the trans community. Everything.
It's based on inclusion, which takes away from the Black argument. It takes away from the Black premise. Because that's what we talked about. That's what we talked about with NAACP, with PUSH, the Rainbow Coalition. All that shit was inclusionary. If you're gonna say Black Lives Matter, then say Black Lives Matter. And look, not to say that gay, trans, they don't have a fight or whatever. That's cool, but you don't have to hit your wagon onto my shit.
Right.
And I don't have to include you in mine. And that doesn't mean that I'm against you. That just means that right now we got two separate fights.
Right. People think when you talk against something that you hate it.
Which is funny because
So-
if your kid is fucking up, you get hard, you get down on your kids. You check your kids. But when other black people are fucking up, if you say anything, then you're cool. You this and that. Okay, we about to try Kels again. What's
Can
up,
y'all
bro?
hear me now? Can y'all hear me now?
We can hear you.
How y'all doing, Black family?
All
What's
right,
up?
how you feeling, brother?
I'm okay. Go ahead, because I was so busy trying to get back in that I lost track of where the conversation was at, and then I'll just try to chime in or where I was, without trying to interrupt the floor. Then please just go ahead. This is beautiful for me just to even hear it.
Well, we
It's true
was talking
story.
about,
It's true story. Y'all don't even know what this is like a monumental moment for me because it's a new, like, for those of us, like, it's so many of us that share the passion and have so much desire to see us progress in so many different areas, and regardless of what our experience is on what it is to be black, just being black is legitimizes it enough for you to have some say so and a platform to understand more so than CNN or whatever it is for these people that have bigger platforms that discuss issues that affect us far more greater than we tend to think that it matters. So I'm just gonna shut up and I'll go in like that. But my name is Kels. I'm from Chicago, and go ahead.
and you
All
know
right,
what?
Kels,
I
we appreciate you,
love
brother.
that shirt you got. I love that shirt you guys said. It says Team Dad.
I am that.
I am Dad. Okay.
I was about to ask, what school you go to?
I bought this at the barber shop one day because one of the coaches of the basketball team of one of our black high schools, they do this for like a fundraiser, and I just bought the shirt. But it meant so more to me than just that, and that's why I got it on. You know what I mean?
And you know, that's one of the things I talk about a lot because I talk about men's rights because I think, especially a black man, we get shunned on more than anybody. I'm not gonna say we the most disrespected group because the most disrespected group out there are children. Nobody gives a shit about children, and reason being because children don't bring in the income,
I'm
and
about to say, children don't vote.
and children don't vote. So nobody gives a shit about the
And
children.
children, and the most important thing, children are the future. That's why at the civil rights movement, you saw the youth were at the forefront of the movement. That's why when they pander to certain things in that diaspora, they cater to the youth because they are important to us.
Which is why they try to train their mind. Like I've said in the show before, things that are happening that we look at and we say that's some of the dumbest shit I ever seen. It's not for us. They're trying to formulate their way of thinking.
Absolutely.
When they got the tranny, what's that? The tranny storytelling or the whatever storytelling where the transsexual come talk to kids. They're trying to mold them a certain way, and just like I said earlier in the show,
it's all in programming. I used to work for Comcast back in the day, right? And we had different tactics, just as a customer service executive. CAE is what they call it, right? But even in that aspect, you'll get a train of thought in how things work. And my point is, like, when you watch programming, being an older black male, we watch football. So on Sundays, when you watch programming, football, the commercials that you see, they're usually would be geared towards things that would be of your interest. Mm-hmm. Beers, cars, trucks, such and such. This is what I was taught in this customer service thing, but it gave you an understanding of how things work, right? They said when children tell you their Christmas list, you don't know what they want for Christmas. It comes from the programming that they see, or they give the commercials towards programming, cartoons that would be of no interest to you. That's where they get their ideas. Like you said, they're forming and molding. When I worked at Comcast, parents would be upset that if their services wasn't installed in that day, because their children would be being babysat by the television, Cartoon Network. So that has more influence and more hours of, influence over the children than the actual parent. That one of the funniest things I noticed on my timeline with Facebook, when when the pandemic hit was everybody was looking for things to watch on television, as opposed to, I never heard somebody say, people say, give me a TV show to watch. I never heard anybody say, give me a book to read.
And I posted plenty books.
But hey, and you are part of the minority.
Deron
And I'm
said
glad that
get a
you were,
ring.
but you understand where I was
Man,
coming
look,
from.
let me tell you
Because
something.
if you're from where I'm from, you understand what I'm saying.
Look, that's what pissed me off about Jamal Green, right? You don't have to fake anger. All you have to do is educate yourself. And you will, as a black man in America, the more shit you know, you are in a constant state of, I need to calm down. Because you are constantly in a, every day I have to remind myself, you know what? I need to focus. I need to focus. Because the more, let me answer Auntie. She asked me about, she said, why were they included in the civil rights? That was a political maneuver, which they got Martin Luther King to sign off on.
Mm-hmm.
Inclusion, separation.
It was, that's why I call it the illusion of inclusion, right? Because he was under the belief that if we include all of them, then the black people would benefit from all of that. What that actually allowed them to do was to push our needs, wants, and what we needed
at the back burner. That's why
to put it further down the list. We've been here for 400 years.
Do you see how
the only people been here longer than us as minorities would be the indigenous people who were here first,
and
right?
they have been decimated to the point to where they're not a threat. So the next priority on the list would be the elimination of us, and this is a concerted effort. I was thinking about it. My grandmother was born, I might get the year wrong, let's just say 1928. Okay. We're celebrating Juneteenth, which was the ending, so-called, of slavery officially in the state of Texas in 1863 or something like that, right? Something like that. Let's just
1865 is when it ended in Texas.
1865. So go from 1865 to 19. That's 35 years. Add on the 28 from my grandma. She was born in 28. 35 plus 20, that's 55 plus 8 more, that's 63 years. So 63 years from before the birth of my grandmother, a person that I can see, it was okay to just lynch us and put our heads on poles. The level of carnage and the racism was at a level so high. Just 60 years. 60 years is nothing, man. So how far do we think we are removed? None of what we see should be shocking us. Just like Bill Russell is 83 years old and he's saying he's seeing the same thing. However,
fact, they lynching people right now talking about suicide. I ain't never seen no black man or woman talking about I'm gonna hang myself from a.
First of all, how do they justify black men being found in trees and what ain't no chairs, no nothing?
Where's the ladders? So all of these hangings or all of these suicides, everybody just climbed the tree too. They got this down perfect. When they climb the tree.
Shit about the cleansing, you get 2 bullets in the back of your head, and they say you committed suicide.
Listen,
actually, about the two people just died. 2 people just committed suicide that knew them.
Who, the Clintons?
Yes.
Damn, that death toll keep going. Not that we not saying shit about the Clintons. Let me get that shit straight now. I want the motherfuckers coming to my door.
We don't know them. It's only
who knows shit about.
Listen. You cannot elevate yourselves in the upper echelons of politics in America without having a certain level of corruption in your record. Like the Clintons, you ever seen that documentary with the murders and things like that? Like Ron Brown. When we speak about the Clintons, the craziest death involving their administration would be Ron Brown. He was considered to be the first black president before Obama, and he actually had a political track record. He was he was the head of the president of Treasury of Commerce or whatever. Anyway, he was getting pressure from the administration to testify against Clinton. Let me tell you, see, this is where I was just explaining this to my girl, whereas traditions can be a double-edged sword. We tend to vote Democrat same way we affiliate our religious affiliation to being like Baptist or whatever. It comes out of tradition. most blacks where I come from couldn't even tell you the difference between a Democrat or a Republican. They couldn't even tell you what it actually means. You understand? They just know that they vote Democrats because that's what in the party was. If I was a white politician, you know what I'd do? And I needed the black vote, I'd be a Democrat too. Because we have lost, we don't educate ourselves on matter. We think that like you can talk about sports all day or entertainment all day with black folks. But when you say politics, that's why we vote for only one office. Nobody knows.
You know,
President Obama.
I used to be like that. I used to be strictly Democrat. I remember being in the military and I had white people talking about. Matter of fact, I got an uncle he's a Republican. He served under Bush. He's from Iowa, and he used to always spit out Republicans gave the military the biggest pay raise, which is true, but
the political system was about pandering. When the voting stuff, for instance, like even watching about the Civil War things going on now, right? The Union would not have won if they wouldn't have incorporated black soldiers to help them fight against the Confederacy. Okay, right? Okay, so the Republicans, we forget that who freed us? It was Abraham Lincoln, Emancipation Proclamation. Frederick Douglass was a Republican. So the political system had to cater to the party that could sway the vote. Because if I got 100 whites fighting for one spot, the first white that came up would say, you know what, we wouldn't let niggas vote. I can get this office if I let the niggas vote. So you say I freed the blacks, so we were Republicans. That's where the term all that Frederick Douglass Republican or this and that and the third. Next thing you know, the other party catered to us because if I'm not mistaken, Strom Thurmond was a Dixiecrat, right? Yeah, the term Dixiecrat comes from Democrats were the ones who were the segregationists, were the ones who were still basically pro-slavery, right? The Democrats, AKA the Dixiecrats. But what it was, the parties kept flip-flopping. They offered more something. Every time a party was able to offer something more to us, we changed private political affiliations. When they freed us, okay, they said we'll give them the right to fight in the military. Okay, well, you gave them that. Well, we'll give them the right to vote. Okay, you give them that.
Actually, Lyndon B. Johnson said if you give them niggas whatever they want, that's just a little bit of freedom. I guarantee they'll vote Democrat for the next 200 years.
You understand? And we've been on it. And he's also responsible for welfare reform. To whereas there you have the breaking up the black home. To whereas we're more dependent on the system.
And Sam said you sound just like her dad.
Who is that?
Sam, she just put it up there. She said, "Kels, you sound just like Dad."
I'm sorry. I have known to dominate the conversation, so I'll shut up and listen. I'll do that. Because and she probably gonna say, "Yep, that's my dad too."
We all.
But sorry, yeah, it just feel good. It just see, I'm here in Minnesota, right? But I'm from Chicago. I've been here for like 5 years. I'm right where all of this has started. I visited George Floyd.
You in Minneapolis or?
I'm in Minneapolis. Well, I'm in the suburbs. You know what I mean?
Okay, because I got family out there in Austin.
I'm safe.
The only thing they got to talk about in Austin is the Spam Museum, the home of spam.
Listen, hey, yeah.
Home of spam.
Yeah, Austin, Minnesota. I got there. I was gonna visit my family. I'm like, what to do here? Well, we could go to the Mall of America.
Mall of America and cold weather. That's all I know. This good for us. Mall of America and cold weather. That's what it's good for.
I'm not going to no fucking spam museum.
Nah, bro.
Hey, I want to send a couple birthday shout outs. We got R. Smith. His birthday is Monday. My cousin, his birthday is actually today. He was supposed to be born the same day I was. He's supposed to be a Leo, that mighty Leo that Deron just loves so much that he had to marry one.
You're making my life hell.
Congratulations.
Ain't no congratulations. I've been married 28 years.
He loved that Leo.
Double congratulations.
Yo. Hey, don't congratulate me. She won't let a nigga go nowhere. Hey, I'm blinking twice. Help.
Hey,
Help.
You got to
She
sign
know
it.
what's best for you. She know what's best for you, bro. She know what's best for you.
I tried to leave. She won't let me go. That's how y'all Leos do. She told me, she's like, nigga, you love me. Oh, I love you. I do.
Not only should we touch on the birthdays too, David, all the graduates, because a lot of these people graduating, a lot of these kids, they not traditionally graduating. Some of them is online and all they doing is taking a picture and all of that.
Actually, little DJ graduating from kindergarten next week. I got my wife. She got to tell me today. She just told me shit. I just know, nigga, he about to start school.
So congratulations to all the graduates, man. Y'all have a historic ass year.
I look at it as
about having a story to tell.
Exactly. I was going to say, I look at it as there may have not have been a point so pivotal during my years in schooling to whereas our Black youth, this is something that can be like a check mark in history to where going forward, whereas our youth can look at things and value education, be it however, be homeschooling or whatever, it's looked at differently and it's appreciated more, gives us more perspective on what to do with education as opposed to just leaving it to them. Now we're at home, we have to work from home. That means we need to be back to educating at home. You know what I mean? I understand, like I saw some parents saying, oh boy, these kids at home now I got to figure out what to do with the kids and go get books. No, in my home, and when I was brought up, if I didn't have homework, my mom would give me homework. I would lie and say I had homework and make up homework because I knew that the homework that I would do in a book would be easier than what it'd be if I said I didn't have homework. But it all paid dividends. You understand what I'm saying? So now we can put more.
They got put on detention from homeschool shit. Like y'all in detention. I
like that.
Unfortunately, there's a lot of motherfuckers at home that can't even teach themselves, let alone teach their children. So I don't know how that's gonna work. But okay.
That's why they're mad that school is closed. That's why they're mad that school is closed. Because there's a lot of
right there.
Man.
And also, I think this is the 4th year in a row where all the males have graduated and going to college.
Wow.
Salute.
I'm not mistaken, it's the 4th year in a row. We talked about that. We talked about them before because, they're all male school and they got all male teachers. And it was females that was upset because they wanted to join. But my thing is, if it's not broke, don't fix it.
But I go back to this can be a pivotal moment because prior to this, I think I attribute a lot of a slowness and progression is because of some of our greatest minds aren't able to reap the benefits of the educational institutions the way they have it because we put more value on athletes as opposed to intelligence. So now with this pandemic, there has been a shutdown in professional sports, and then they don't even know how they're going to continue with that. And so like if there's not as large crowds, that affects their dollars and stuff like that. So, and if we're being more conscious about what we're going to do going forward, instead of trying to, because of a majority of the young Black parents we're more inclined to gear our children into that in those areas, not because of the influence that it can have on us, but because of the potential of the earning power that you can get in entertainment is so great that the scales. Hey, you're better suited to be an athlete. We dominate those areas and entertainment first, so we gear our children to that as opposed to uplifting intelligence and intellect to move us going forward. So now that there has been a shutdown and now we're seeing what's really important, and those who are in education is still going forward and kids are still going to make decisions. Well, I don't know if it will even be an NFL or an NBA 5 to 10 years from now. So maybe I might try to use my brain instead of my brawn to try to make a difference. So when I say that this can be a pivotal point as far as that education aspect is coming from that aspect. But again, this is why I was trying to chime in, and I told you that I can dominate a conversation. But the way that I have your ears means that I might even have a valid point there. So, but go ahead.
And now, Perryman corrected me. It's Urban Prep. It's Urban Prep, not Phillips. I was corrected.
We definitely appreciate you coming on and voicing your opinion on
Thank
what
you.
we talk about on the show.
I appreciate it.
As you can see, I've been going in today.
I'm gonna share
You
it.
had a lot on your mind.
Absolutely.
First of all, sir,
The herbals be helping me. The herbals be helping me.
Hey, number one, we not on the radio today, so we don't have to shut it down. Or we can always part two this motherfucker tomorrow, Monday, whenever y'all want to do it.
Hey, I would love to be able to chime in and have perspective. This is I have like, if you notice, like I've been trying to get my own podcast going. The name of it was Kale's Corner, and it's like this. But because I'm such a critic of myself, and I hold myself to such a standard, I've been finding reason to be so hesitant to start it. But hey, some things happen organically. And
look here, Kale. I'm gonna give you a brief. I'm gonna tell you how we started. Right when me and Deron, we was at my brother's house. We got into a debate with a couple other people.
It was us against the house.
Right. It was us.
That's usually how it works.
But we was flowing so well. You would have thought that I think at that time me and Deron knew each other for about a year. 2 years, something like that. But you
I don't even think it was that long, but go ahead.
So, I'm telling my girl, I'm like, the way bro's saying my name, I gotta get in here. Like he's saying my shit. Like, that's my sister. That's my biological sister, Sam, who was in on it, who posed the question. And this
okay.
Yeah, that's my biological sister. Hey, I don't know how well, I don't even know how well, but yeah, I'm cut from that cloth. Whereas, yes.
So Deron had people talk to him about doing a podcast and stuff like that. So when I brought it up to him, he just thought, okay, this nigga just talking shit. Man, I did some research. I called him up. Hey, this place Talk Zone. They want to talk to us. Let's go on out there. Me and him went out there. We wooed him on an interview. We did our first show. We like something missing. I had another female in mind. Deron had Shells in mind. So we was like, we bring it up to both. Let's see. The first female was on some bullshit. She didn't want to do it until we actually did a show at Kennedy King. Shells was like, hey, shit, let's go on and jump into it. And now, man, we've been a trio ever since. And we were 3.5 years strong.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. Listen, the way it was going, I'm like
3.5. What? How many years you counting?
Is it 3.5
years, nigga?
No, it's about to be 5 in this.
I'm about to say we hit 4 years in December. It'll be 5 this December.
Look, see, I've been stalling for 2, so I know it's got to be.
Hey, so look here. Make sure you like our Truth and Logic page, right?
Okay.
Hey, we could do stuff during the week too. I mean, we could bring this up and have hot topics.
Absolutely. Hey, say less, bro. I'm in like Flynn. You hear me? Y'all got me in. What I gotta do? Do I describe? I ain't never did none of this stuff. This is the first time I use any of these features on the phone and all this.
Matter of fact, I'm on.
Like shit. I ain't know. I got so much shit to be using a little bit. I was actually on my tablet, but the camera is crazy and it made me look older than what I am on it. I was like, I gotta get my phone. I'm finna be live. Baby. Look at it. She cleaning shit out. We're not gonna be over that, baby. We're not gonna be over that.
I saw her trying to help you out now.
Yeah. Hey, that's my staff. I'm sorry, that's my staff.
He finna get killed. Okay, we done.
Oh, look, she threw the water. She had the water bottle like this. Staff and slave sound too similar, right?
For any deaths that happened on the live video.
Right.
For real talk,
we ain't trying to have evidence.
Right.
Look, they got disclaimers too, baby. They got disclaimers.
If you do get your podcast, man, hey, let us know, man. We'll definitely support. The way you come to support us.
Absolutely. Say less, bro. It was nice talking to y'all. I look forward to chiming in again. I'll stay posted and I'll share. And hey,
and I just put an invite to the page, so whenever we go live, you should get that on Facebook.
Say less, bro. Right. Y'all stay safe and stay blessed.
Hey, appreciate you, brother.
For sure.
All right.
Where's Denise Hobbs at?
Well,
She say go. She was cleaning out sewage out her basement or something.
What in the heck? Okay.
I'm just saying what she typed.
That's what she put up there. So she's gonna listen today. So maybe we get her during the week, you know. So go on with your spiel, D. We over, but you know.
Well, I mean, we over, but it's whatever. Hold on a second. It's been so long since I done read this shit. Let me read it.
Yeah, this nigga
she like this format. What the hell she at? Shit.
Who said it?
Kill.
Oh. Well, look, we on a 6-day, 22-hour break. As we pull this week's rider to the station, remember, live your life as if you're gonna die tomorrow. Take the time to learn as if you're gonna live forever. Develop an opinion, think about it. Remember, everything is black and white. It's not always black and white. So until next week, we your Truth and Logic team. It's your boy DJ Diesel. You can call me the Diz, but they gonna call me the Ron.
What's up? This your boy, Mr. Sawed Off Leatherface. I'm the nigga you love to hate. I am the dude.
Lord, and it's your girl Shells BK. Thank you for kicking it with us here on our live feed. We'll be back for some more, and I'll have some more things to talk about and be complaining about and shit. And make sure y'all tune in, subscribe, tell the people, tell everybody. And
tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend.
Tell a friend and tell a friend and a friend. And make sure you kick it with us. Make sure you always feel the real.
And it's your truth versus my logic.
The champ is here.
Peace. Deuces.
Oh, that's what's up right there. All right, family.
Boom.